Right, this is the pressure relief valve that I've put together with a spring this time to replace the one that was in my bike without a spring in it, so effectively completely useless. This one I've assembled from parts, but I don't have any means of calibrating it properly the way you're supposed to. I've seen that you can do it using compressed air with a manifold to screw the valve into, and then the line from the compressed air, and see at what psi this opens, and we know that it's supposed to open at around about 60 psi. And having assembled this now with a spring but without any shims, calibrating shims, either to increase the spring rate or reduce the spring rate, I have no idea at how accurate this is going to be, or how close this is going to be to the 60 psi it needs to be, ideally. So I came up with this plan. It should be possible to measure the force at which it opens using kitchen scales. So taking this, excuse me fumbling around with my left hand, I'm right-handed, taking this M5 bolt that fits up there, you can feel when that opens. Okay, that's closed, that's open. Now I reckon putting this on the scale like that, and just to show the scale is zeroed, let's zero it a bit more perfectly. Hold on. Okay, that's zeroed. Putting that on there and pushing down, we should see how many kilos of force, it's probably not the right technical term, but how many kilos it takes to open the valve. Okay, let's see. Still closed, still closed, still closed. Now it's starting to open. Okay, now it's open. Now it's fully open. So, closed, open, closed, closed, open. Right, so it's opening, starting to open at 4 kilos. And it's fully open by 5.5. Okay, now I've got one here that was just kindly lent to me by Barry, which he says is definitely working right. And I can compare and see if my cobbled together one, made out of two incomplete ones, opens at the same sort of kiloage. Can't use the word poundage. Well, I can use the word poundage because this has got pounds in it as well. So at the same poundage as as Barry's one, which is known to be good. Right, let's see. Closed, 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 closed. Opening. Slightly later, I think. There's 4, it's not opening yet. 4.25 it starts to open. And 6, it's fully open. Okay, so this one's opening slightly later than mine, which means if I put a little shim, like a M5 or M6, well no, hold on, the piston in that's nearly 11 mil wide, so if I put a, oh no, it's not the piston I need to measure, is it? It's the spring. So if I put a little washer in there under the spring, let's say a 5 mil washer, that should increase the spring rate effectively, like a preload, and bring it back up to this. I'm going to try that and see if it works.